I believe very few words can describe almost any situation. And I call it the NBA three-word game. That I can literally describe an NBA team. If you didn't watch the NBA, I could give you 3 words, and it would pretty much sum up the team. It's not that difficult. You can see good, bad, and awful very quickly and can similarly describe good, bad, and awful very quickly. So let's do today. We'll do the AFC. Tomorrow we'll do the NFC, the three-word game AFC edition. Let's start with the AFC East. New England Patriots, Tom Brady's team. It hasn't always been. For a long time, this was Belichick's reign. But Brady got rid of Garoppolo. Brady skipped OTAs. Gronk followed suit. Brady gets his trainer on the plane. This is now Tom Brady's team. The owner, Bob Kraft, had to choose between the coach and the star quarterback, and he chose the latter. Jets, Sam I Am. Folks, whether he starts game 1 or not, he has looked the best and most refined and most polished and most durable of the first-round quarterbacks. And the conversations they are having right now in New York are not if they're going to trade Teddy Bridgewater. It's when they're going to trade Teddy Bridgewater. It's his franchise, Sam Darnold. Buffalo Bills, no playoff return. Listen, my sources in the NFL say Buffalo's got a real good coaching staff. They really do. But Josh Allen, with a rebuilt offensive line, you watch that Cincinnati game, Josh Allen is not Sam Darnold. He's not that kind of player yet. I don't think he's that durable for sure. And him starting with a rebuilding offensive line and brand new wide receivers, as good as that coaching staff is in Buffalo, that's not a playoff team as of today. Finally, Miami, over the Tannehill. I'm sorry. Listen, he's coming off an injury. They're rebooting the locker room. But I look at Tom Brady, and I look at Sam Darnold, and I look at Ryan Tannehill, and I'm like, I think we've kind of hit a ceiling on this thing a little bit. It'll be interesting to see because I think Adam Gase is a really smart offensive guy. But, boy, if Ryan doesn't pop here, where do you go? You go and draft another quarterback. AFC West, Chargers just need a kicker. Good God, folks, they're loaded. I mean, Mike Williams has popped during training camp, the number 1 pick last year that was hurt, the wide receiver. So now they have Keenan Allen and him. Maybe they have questions a little bit at tight end. But last year, if they had a kicker that could hit like PATs and short field goals, they're a 13-win team. They were red hot in the last 2 months. Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes, sweet Mahomes. I think they found their quarterback. He's on the show tomorrow, Patrick Mahomes. He has looked spectacular against first-team defenses. We knew he had a cannon. I'm always a little reluctant on guys with a cannon arm. He's looked really special. And his completion percentage is high. Let me tell you something. Sammy Watkins and him haven't connected yet, but he and Tyreek Hill look really comfortable already. Mahomes, sweet Mahomes. Broncos. Elway's latest case, Case Keenum. Listen, John Elway is trying to get this quarterback right, and Paxton Lynch, that didn't work, and he got Tebow out of town, and Peyton worked for a few years, and he's looking for the next Peyton, and I don't think it's Case Keenum, but in this league, you can't be awful at quarterback. Case Keenum's not awful at quarterback. I think they're going to realize very quickly that Case Keenum was great because of Pat Shurmur in Minnesota. And I think they're going to find out very quickly Case Keenum's mostly a workable C-plus at best quarterback. And finally, Raiders, must win, baby. John Gruden got 10 years. He's going to be tough on players. He better win early because if he loses early, John Gruden loving and barking football is going to get real old real fast because he can grind guys hard. So he needs to win early for them to buy in to his style of coaching because it is old school coaching. AFC South, Texans, does Deshaun deliver? Couple of ACLs, my guess he does, but if he gets hurt in the first month, Colts, good luck charm. Andrew Luck's back, they'll win. Stop arguing, folks. It's the easiest bet in sports. If Andrew Luck starts, the Colts are good. Jaguars, Sacksonville, to Lastonville. I don't buy it. Luck and Deshaun Watson return, and I think Jacksonville goes back to their rightful place in the AFC South. And Tennessee, like their talent, but for God's sakes, tighten it up. This organization, coaching changes, personnel changes, lose games they should win, tighten it up. And finally in the AFC North, Steelers, Super Bowl bound, my pick to get there and win it. Ravens, Joe Flacco's last stand. Lamar Jackson was drafted to put heat on him, don't kid yourself. Bengals, Red Rifle Reloaded. I can't believe I said that, but he does offer stability, as a lot of teams in the AFC are looking and hoping for young quarterbacks to flourish. And Browns, Mayfield of dreams. Baker, touchdown maker. We'll see you tomorrow. No, I got a minute left. Mayfield of dreams. I didn't come up with that one. That was my favorite one in the room, and I didn't even come up with it. Yesterday with the AFC, we'll do it with the NFC. You can describe every team in 3 words. Let's start with the NFC East. Philadelphia, Super Foles hangover. To me, Nick Foles has been garbage in the preseason. Carson Wentz is still hurt. They've been banged up, didn't have any of their running backs or Alshon Jeffries. Listen, Philadelphia's well run from the top down, and they have tremendous line play. They will be very good. But, folks, New England's not winning Super Bowls back-to-back. Their division's tough with Dallas better. New York Giants added an elite offensive mind, left tackle, running back, Odell signed. Let's go to Dallas. Don't doubt Dak. For all the Dak criticism, folks, his first 2 years in the league, he started as a rookie. He's won 22 of 32 games, and of the remaining 10, 5 have been one possession. The NFC's better than the AFC. This division has produced a Super Bowl champion in the 2 years he's been starting. The kid can play. I think he's better, addition by subtraction with Dez Bryant out. He's better when he can mix the ball around, spray it around the infield, 7 or 8 targets. He's 14-2 when he's had 8 or more targets. Don't doubt Dak. New York, OBJ. It's real simple. He is now highest paid wide receiver in the league. Eli Manning is clearly better when he's healthy. He is theatrical. He is outspoken. He can be energizing, but it's kind of his franchise. He's the most popular player. He's the most discussed player, and he's now the highest paid player, and there's going to be media pressure on him constantly. And he's either going to make it or break it this year, because if he goes down or if he goes into theatrics, it's going to affect everybody on that team. Finally, Washington, 4th place finisher. Listen, Sean McVay left. They've never quite been the same offense. Now, they were injury-riddled last year, but they've already drafted a running back, and he is hurt. I like Alex Smith, but I don't think they're the same team without Sean McVay. And I look at their talent and everybody else's, and I think it's a 4th-place team. Not a bad 4th-place team. Could be the league's best 4th-place team, but it's a 4th-place team. Chicago, let's go to the NFC North. Trubisky or Falsbrisky? I don't buy the kid yet. Never had a 2-touchdown game. I think Chicago's got some nice elements. They've got a nice linebacking crew, one of the better in the NFC. But I didn't think he should be a number 1 pick. I wouldn't have traded up to draft him. I'd go Falsbrisky. Green Bay, Aaron and out. Listen, they still don't have a running game. They still don't retain their good offensive linemen. They've upgraded at corner. They got him Jimmy Graham. This is still Aaron Rodgers' team. They look like the Cleveland Browns last year when he got hurt. Minnesota, miracle no more. They got a lot of breaks last year. They were really healthy on defense. Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Bears were starting a rookie. Now they've got a first-place schedule. Pat Shurmur's gone. They'll be good, not great. And Detroit, the doormats. Matt Patricia, Matt Stafford. I mean, Belichick's coordinators don't work. They don't work. Even the good one, Josh McDaniel, they don't work as head coaches. Let's go to the NFC South. Carolina, no Cam do. Listen, it's a precision league. He has looked better in preseason. Christian McCaffrey's popped in the preseason. But in a division where I have Breeze and Matt Ryan, and really good offensive coaches for both. No can do. New Orleans, Drew and crew, pretty easy to sum up. He's got 2 great years left. They'll go as far as Drew can take him. Tampa Bay, walking the plank. Jameis Winston, Dirk Cutter, I think the owner's questioning both. And Atlanta, Ryan under radar. I think Atlanta right now is my pick to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Sark and Matt Ryan's second year. They've made upgrades defensively. It is a top 5 offensive line. Let's go to the NFC West. Legion of Doom. I know everybody loved it. I know everybody loves Seattle. Offensive lines in total rebuild. Outside of Doug Baldwin, no great perimeter players. They drafted a running back in the first round, probably a reach. And Earl Thomas isn't happy. Richard Sherman is gone. So is Michael Bennett. A lot of politics, a lot of talking, yap, yap, yap. It just doesn't feel like an optimistic locker room to me. Arizona, this is mean, but Bradford hurt yet? Listen, the weakness of the team's the offensive line, and Sam Bradford has a history. I don't have to embellish. Josh Rosen will play this year, like it or not. Los Angeles, rambunctious roster reformation. It's almost like they are working with a different bank than every other team. They're just paying people massive gobs of money. I think if you count kicker and punter, it's the best roster in the league. I think it's the best roster in the league. I don't know where they have a weakness. They're not great at linebacker, and they got all-stars everywhere on this roster. And San Francisco, Garoppolo on Topolo. I think for the next 10 years, San Francisco is going to make a run at multiple NFC championships and Super Bowl titles. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.